Okay, good morning, Junior 6. Hope you're fine. Okay, today we're gonna work on the first weekend sheet that you have for the previous week. Okay, before we start working on the sheet, there are a couple of pieces of advice that I'd like you to focus on. The first thing that we have to answer in the weekend sheet is the reading comprehension. Okay, before you answer the reading comprehension, you have to read the questions very well. Why do I have to read the questions? Because the questions give you a hint about what's the text about. So let's read the questions first. Okay, now the first question was, what was the job of Alexander's father? The second one, what did his mother inspire him to do? Even if you don't understand some of the basic words that you have in the question, it's okay, okay? You can find the answers in the text, so don't worry. Number 3, what was Bell's invention? So now we know someone who is called Alexander and he has a father, and another one, someone is called Bell and he has an invention. The fourth question, what is the silver door? Okay, so let's start. The first question here, what was the job of Alexander's father? So let's read the first paragraph here. It says, Alexander Graham Bell was born on March 3, 1847 in Edinburgh, Scotland. During his youth, he experienced strong influences that had a profound effect on his later life. His grandfather and father were experts on the mechanics of voice and articulation. Alexander's mother, who was nearly deaf, became an accomplished painter and inspired him to undertake big challenges. At the age 12, while playing with a friend in a grain mill, he noticed the slow process of husking. So now, did we find the answer of the first question? Yes. The first question, what was the job of Alexander's father? He was an expert on, as you can see here, on the mechanics of voice. Okay, so we're gonna copy the same answer in the line here, and don't forget to write complete answer. Okay, let's complete here. The second question, what did his mother inspire him to do? As you can see here, his mother inspired him to undertake big challenges. Okay, then the third question, what was Bell's invention? If you just went through, if you just go through the text as I did here, reading paragraph by paragraph, you'll find that Bell's invention was the telephone, okay? What is the silver door? As we saw, and as we have to do, we have to read it at the end. You'll find it here. The silver door was the first powder machine flown in Canada. Okay, so done with the question. As I told you, don't forget to write complete answer. The second question, find two proper nouns. Okay, what's a proper noun? A proper noun is a special noun given to people, given to famous places such as restaurants, cafes, given to countries, cities, oceans, rivers, and so on. So we have lots of proper nouns in the text. As an example, you can say, for example, Alexander. You can say, for example, Graham. You can find, for example, Canada, and so on. So the second one, two adjectives. Okay, so we said an adjective is something that gives a description to a noun. So if you want to test yourself to determine whether this is a right adjective or not, ask yourself, what did it describe? If you find the noun, so it's an adjective. So let's read together, for example, here, the third paragraph, for example. By age 16, Alexander had joined his father in his work with the deaf and soon assumed full charge of his father's London operations. In July 1870, the family settled in Canada. There, he set up a workshop to continue his study. So let's continue. Graham Bell is best known. So here we have an adjective, which is best known. This is an adjective. And we have, while trying to discover the secret of transmitting multiple messages on a single wire, we have other two adjectives. We have single and we have multiple. So you have dozens of adjectives that you can choose from. The third question, a synonym of difficulties, it will be challenges. A synonym of powerful is strong. Okay, now let's move to the vocabulary questions. Before putting the word into the right place, I have to ask myself, what is the meaning of each single word, okay? So the first one was wealthy, and we said wealthy is a synonym of a rich person, okay? Fortune is a synonym of large sum of money. Celebrities mean famous people. Potentials is the necessary abilities that you need to do something. Crowd means large group of people. Disappointed means that you were hopeful about something, then this thing didn't happen, so you felt depressed or you felt sad. Determined is someone who decides to do something and he never gives up until he reaches his aim. Win over, when you try to change someone's mind. Work on, when you start improving something. Audition is a short performance that shows how talented you are in doing something. And the judge is the person who decides the winner in any situation, okay? So let's take one by one. The first one, the what? We're impressed by the talented performers. So now, who's gonna be impressed by someone who's performing? So I have performance. So 100% there has to be a winner, okay, in this performance. And someone is watching this performance. So who watches this performance? The judge. So here I'm gonna say the judges were impressed by the talented performance. Try to understand the sentence very well before you answer any question, okay? And if you don't know any word, skip it till the end until you're 100% this is the right one. The second one, I wanted to go on the school trip, so I tried to space my dad. So I have 2 spaces here. So I want to go on the school trip, so I have to change my father's mind. Maybe he doesn't accept something like this. So I tried to win my dad over. And pay attention, when is written, then you have the object, then you have the preposition. Once you set your goals, you have to what? To achieve them. Of course, setting your goals won't be an easy task. So you have to be determined to achieve them, okay? Because you're gonna face lots of difficulties, but you should never give up. I know that you really worked hard, so don't be what if you didn't get the result you want, okay? So not all of us get the results they want. So, but even if you did your best, so if you did your best, don't be disappointed, so don't feel sad. Learning different languages will help you stand out from the crowd. This is an idiom. And as we said before, an idiom is a group of words that they mean something different from the individual words themselves. So when someone stands up from the crowd, it means that this person is more important or more special than others. The company has what? For growth. So it can grow more and more. It can develop more and more. So it has the needed abilities or the necessary abilities to grow. So it has the potentials. He earned a lot of, people earn, people get a lot of fortune, okay, money. His what went well and he's hopeful about getting the part. His audition, the short performance that he did. We have to work on solving this problem. Not all what want to get into the public eye. This is another idiom. Get into the public eye means that you're written about on TV, newspaper, magazines, and so on, and on TV. Not all celebrities, because the celebrities are the famous people, so they get into the public eye. Everyone knows about their personal life and so on. Okay, now the last one, early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is a proverb. So when you go to bed early, it will make you healthy because you slept very well, and it will make you wealthy because you're gonna start your day early and you're gonna earn lots of money, hopefully, and it will make you wise because your brain will work very well, okay, and you're active. Now, complete the following sentences with the correct form of the word given. This question is super important, okay? You have to ask yourself, when do I use the adjective? When do I use the noun? When do I use the verb? Okay, we said before that the verb is an action word, okay? A noun is a naming word. The adjectives describe the noun. So let's see number one. A realistic plan sets what goals? A realistic plan sets, so I'm describing the goals. So I need an adjective to describe the noun. So sets achievable goals. I need the adjective out of achieve, so it's gonna be achievable. Her handling of the problem filled me with. Whenever you have a preposition such as with, in, of, they have to be followed by a noun. So with admiration. The front of the museum was really, now I'm describing the front part of the museum, was really impressive. If you work hard, you will. So I have a helping verb, auxiliary verb will. So I need the verb. So will succeed, the verb out of success. Some kinds of businesses are, now again, I'm describing the business, are competitive. Jane is what character? I'm describing the character, so admirable character. What provides the only pleasure in life? Now do I need a verb, a noun, an adjective here? Adjectives, no, because there is no noun to describe the adjective. Verbs, no, so I need here the noun. Achievements provide the only pleasure in life. First, what of you is most lasting? First, impression. First, people's opinion about you. Now let's shift to the grammar part. Again, we tackled and we covered the present simple. And I told you, whenever we use the present simple, use it to describe facts, we use to describe daily routines, permanent situation, and so on. And I told you in the class, the present simple is a simple tense. So you just need the verb, okay? But this verb can change each time, okay? If you have a singular subject, so you're gonna add as or es or ies to the verb in order to form a positive sentence. If you have a negative sentence, you need don't and doesn't plus verb infinitive. If you're gonna make a question, so you start by do and does, then the subject, then the verb in the base form infinitive, and this is the yes no question. The WH question, you start with the WH word. So Jill space two children. I have. Verb to have divides into two forms, have or has. Now I have Jill, a singular subject, so Jill has two children. The pupils what songs in the classroom? So the pupils never sing songs in the classroom. And this brother what in an office? And this brother is a singular subject, so I need to add s or es or ies here. I need to add s only. Why not es? Because the verb doesn't end with ch or sh or x or o or s. And it doesn't end with y preceded by a consonant sound. Okay, she spaced my sister. I have verb to be. So verb to be as well has three shapes. Am is an R depending on the subject. So here she, so she is my sister. You space English. Pay attention to this one, that it ends with a question mark. So I have to make a question form. So whenever I make a question form, I use do or does. So do you speak English? The boys what computer games? Not play. This is the negative form. So the boys don't play computer games. I walk to the cinema. I often go. Why did we say often go, not go often? Because the adverbs of frequency come before the main verb and after verb to be. So here's a main verb, so I often go. She what stamps? Again, question mark at the end. So does she collect stamps? Peter what emails? Now Peter sometimes writes emails. Pay attention, writes. She what to Monaco every summer? She flies, and pay attention that I'm gonna replace the Y by IES. Now it says make the following sentences into negative. So negative, so I'm gonna use the subject plus don't, doesn't plus verb infinitive. Kevin plays basketball, so it's gonna be Kevin doesn't play basketball. I run to school, so it's gonna be I don't run to school. The kite flies into the air, so it's gonna be the kite doesn't fly into the air. He's from Spain, it's gonna be he isn't from Spain. Mr. Smith teaches French. Mr. Smith doesn't teach French. Pay attention, I'm gonna put the verb in the base form. Okay, now the dialogue, I have to complete it with the present simple. Every day, little Samuel gets up early in the morning. He hurries. So in the hurry part, I'm gonna replace the Y by IES. And into the backyard. Where is she? Yes, over there. His black and white kitten always plays. Am I gonna add S here or IES? No, S only, because the Y is preceded by a vowel sound. Once you have a vowel sound, you keep the Y as it is. Little Samuel catches. In this case, it ends with CH. So you're gonna add ES. Her with both hands. Grabs, just add S. Her under her soft belly. Lifts, just add S. Her into the ear, and kisses ends with S, so it's gonna be ES. Then he carries. So now carry ends with Y preceded by a consonant sound. So replace the Y by IES. Then he carries her into the kitchen to give her a small bowl of milk. But sometimes he just watches, add ES. His kitten running on the grass. What a fast cat she is. She never misses. Now you're gonna add ES, a mosquito that flies, replace the Y by IES. Thank you so much, and I hope that you understood what we took yesterday. What we took today, sorry.